Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're back on the Nikon Z8 with my very old Nikkor AFS 500mm f4. He's disappeared. Oh, he's eating something. He's eating fish or something. He's eating a little fish, look. So, I'm afraid my ornithology isn't very good, so I can't tell you what that is, but it's quite a long way away. Oh, he's disappeared again. 3, 4, 5, 6, there he is over there. There. He was down for about 10 seconds. Funny, the screen is it's quite bright, but the histogram is not really, it's not really, well, it's clipping like 1%, that's all. The old 500mm AFS lens that I got in about 2008, I think. And not really, as I've mentioned before, I haven't really used it very much. You know why it's that's better, because I got it in yeah, excuse me, but it wasn't, I was looking at the histogram, and the histogram wasn't really clipping so much, but it was clearly overexposed. So we've got a frame rate of 30. Let's have a look at our settings, because this is all learning. So we've got a frame rate of 30 frames a second, and we've got the shutter speed set to 60th, and I've got it on manual. And if I bring it wide open, then it won't go lower than ISO 64, so I can't shoot wide open. That's when it starts to, I don't think it's got that one in focus. I think it's kind of lost the birds a little bit over there. So yeah, we're on f6.3. What I do have with me, and I might use it actually, I do have a neutral density filter, but given that it's not overly bright, it's probably is just less. It lost them and then it got them back again. Oh, that's that little bird there. Oh, down he goes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I think he's over there, you know. I think he's all the way over there. He goes. I've lost it. He's gone under again. Now where's he going to come out this time? Oh, is that him over there? Yeah, I think it is. I think he's looking for his mum. Is that the same one? I think it's the same one. He's probably looking for his mum. Mum! Yeah, so I can't identify what it is. It's not a duckling anyway. It might be like a little coot, or is it like a baby coot or something? So we've got that baby there. We had a shower, quite a heavy shower. I did cover the camera up, but to be fair, it should be very weather sealed. It really shouldn't need. Oh, that's interesting. Ooh, there's a lot of quick activity going on there. I think it's the boys after the girls again and get too close. Oh, they're quite quick. Come on, little ducky. Oh, the female's probably saying, for God's sake, it's winter soon. When do they, surely they don't mate until next year. They don't have a 6-month gestation period, surely. Or is it just us blokes who are always bloody horny? Oh, he's showing off a bit, look, that one at the back. That's either the same baby or a different baby. I think that's a different baby, isn't it? Doesn't they look different? Yeah, I think so. I think there's a few babies on here. There's this one here. Oh, he's gone down, so we've lost him. And then there's two. Where are they? Come on, there. Gotcha. So, I think that might be mum and baby. That's the youngster there. There's a shot right up your backside. Lovely. Thank you. Can you maybe turn around so we don't have a shot at your bumhole? Come on, turn around. Where are you going? Tweet, 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 tweet. That's it. Oh, God, he saw me and then he scarpered. There's a lot of tweeting going on. Interestingly, when it's on, I say it's picked up that bed there. If you've got it on full frame auto grasp thing, it doesn't necessarily know which one you want to pick, so it kind of picks one for you. Whereas if you've got a specific bird, then you're better off choosing an area, like auto area, autofocus, and then concentrate on what's inside that box. But then you've got to keep it lined up over the box. It's, even though that one is below the frame, at the bottom of the frame, it should concentrate on what's inside that box. Come on, pick up on that one. I'm going to have to try to get back into this picture thing. It's It's been a wild few, well, wild, but oh my god, we got a load of ducks just to my left. It's been a little bit of a chaotic last few months. It's hang on, let's focus on that one there, another duck. So yeah, so anyone who's watching this has probably already seen this channel already, but you know, Mum died at the beginning of April. My dad fell out of bloody bed, so now he can't walk. So he's now with me, and he's got to have 2 carers 4 times a day. And because it's bloody expensive, because you work all your life and then the government wants to take it all. So he's got to pay for it, and he needs 2 carers 4 times a day. And without being horrible, that's my inheritance. You know, well, you've got to think these things. So I'm doubling up with the carers at the moment. So they're sending 1 carer 4 times a day, and then I'm the second carer, but about 10 days in the month, 7, 8 days, something like that. Then I get them to put double carers in, and then I can, to be fair, I normally get out camping, but I can't camp well, there's a coot. Where's the coot? I've lost the coot. There he is. Where's the coot? Where's the bloody coot? There he is. Yeah, so I can't camp every time I go out. So I'll try and do little photo trips. I've just come back here because obviously I did this last time, but I'll maybe try and go to, I was thinking of going out to Bristol Zoo. Well, it's not Bristol Zoo now, it's something else, but I was thinking of maybe going out to Bristol Zoo and just do some photography out there. There's also Slimbridge up north of me. At the moment, I don't know, I've never done street photography, but I was thinking maybe go over to Bath, because that's not a million miles away, and just do a bit of photography in Bath. A bit of photography and filming or something. But I just want to share it on here for the most part. So even this is a photo channel. Obviously it'll be, you know, to a large degree video centric. So I'm not quite sure how to work that at the moment. Probably just because obviously if you take photographs then you've either just got to do like a slideshow and talk over them, which I can do, but it's probably not so interesting for people. But we'll have to see. There's a few ideas. If anyone watches this and has got any other ideas, do ping them in a comment below. So that's the old cootie. I was, in my last video when I was using this 500mm lens, I was talking about that I'd love to get that 400 2.8. I must admit, I don't think that's too likely at the moment. Yes. I must admit, sitting down and doing this is, it's not the easiest, because when they're right in front of you, then it's kind of okay. But when they swing over to the side a bit, then obviously you can't. But you need to be on the ground. So I don't know, these, come on, focus on that. Oh, he's gone. I don't know, these professionals do this. Right, so there's the swans. We've moved position a little bit. Seems to be clipping that. Right, that's a little better now. Live and learn. I just realised that I was on plus 0.7 exposure compensation. That's what I say, when you don't do it for when you don't do it for a while, you get rusty. You don't check these things. Anyway, that's one swan there, and the swans aren't really doing anything, just hiding in the reeds. Yeah, they're not doing anything. Don't think we're going to get very much joy from the old swan is. Welcome. We've got some some swans have just literally come over here, so they're too close for this lens. But we've been videoing some coots, some ducks, a moorhen, I think, and some baby things. There's 2 or 3 little funny baby things around. So we'll we'll do a bit more filming in a minute. We've been here at least an hour, so we'll do a bit more filming, and then we'll have another tea after this one, and then we'll slowly start to pack up about 6, maybe just before 6, because I need to get back to the car. It's maybe half an hour to the car. So if I leave at 2:45, we get to car at 2:15. Yeah, so yeah, about 6. I'm not in any immediate rush. Oh, it's lovely and quiet. We've had a few. No one stopped and spoke or anything, but I think we've had a couple of people walk. Past, and that's it. I've got two microphones on, because I've got the one microphone here going into the camera and then one connected to that. It would probably make more sense to keep that recording and then talk into this and then synchronize this footage up with that. And I still have to synchronize them. I still have to synchronize them anyway, so there's no real benefit of having two. The only thing is, if I delete the wrong audio by mistake, or I do something wrong somewhere, then at least I've got audio going into, you know, into both cameras. But I probably would just use one. The other option would be to use like an external microphone and record into that, like that track E, record into that, and then synchronize, and maybe try that sometime. It's handy with time code on that, but I don't think there's any way of doing time code on these. So it's easier having the audio going, you know, straight into the actual unit itself. Anyway, let's have a look and see what we can see. So we've got a little ducky over there sleeping. Let's hit the record button. Right, there we are. So we've got a couple of ducks sleeping. I think that's the male duck and the female duck there. How do I make it? Because when you've got two right together, it's focusing on the male duck. So what I've done is I've turned to single spot autofocus, because it kept wanting to focus on the... Oh, have I woken you up? Let me wake you up. It was focusing on the male duck behind, but now I've put it to single point autofocus, and now that's forced it to focus on the little girl. Ooh, my keys are... It is my keys. Ow! I haven't got a spiky deck. Okay, well, I'm not sure if we were recording that or not, because I don't remember turning it off. Anyway, if we did turn it off, then we've got it back on again. Or we've turned it on, so we're focusing on the girl ducky. As it is a photo channel as well, I will just grab a photograph of those sleeping lovebirds. And that's that little... I think he just went down as I hit the shutter. This is where it's good having the audio, you know, into both in a way, because if I was talking to you and that didn't have audio connected to this, and I'm not recording on this, just taking photographs, and I don't have audio, that's why it's handy. I probably ought to have audio on that one all the time and then sync this to that. But like I said, an external, I'll have to have... he went down again. Let's wait for him to come back up again. We'll try and get a picture of him. There he is. Come on, turn around this way. We keep getting a bloody butthole. This way. No, down again. Oh, there's another one over there. There's, I think there's two babies. Unless it's the same one. It can't be the same one, because one went down and then another one went down. Okay, so that's one up there, and that's the second one. Yeah, so it is two. So that's one. He's eating a little fish, look. And there's the second one right behind. How about that? Even David Attenborough couldn't get that lucky. So yeah, so there's two. Yeah, he's definitely got a little fish of some sort. He's giving it a damn good wash before he's swallowing it down. You know, I wonder, is it maybe, I wonder if it's like a stickleback or something like that, and they're trying to get the little needles off its back first. Oh, down he goes. That's, oh, and then they're both gone down now. You know, that's what I'm wondering. I'm wondering whether they're catching little sticklebacks, and then giving them a really good scrub to get the spikes off before swallowing them down. Because he's really quite small. When I look at him, and I'm talking about the little ducky thing, he's really quite small. He's really quite small. One of them's come up just down, literally just down there. Oh, look at that. Oh, nice. That's got the old autofocus. That's got the autofocus working. Very hard. He's quite breezy. That was really nice. He was really, really close. Must have been right on the limit of the autofocus. Luckily, I had the autofocus set to full, not limit, because if I'd had it set to limit, it wouldn't have focused on it. He's gone. It wouldn't have focused on it. Where's the other little one? And they're back together again, bless them. Oh, and they're gone. Down they go. And there's one over there. There can't be, there's never three of them, surely. There is never three of them. So there's one there. I think it is just one. There's one there, he's down. And then the other one's down, and then that one is popped up there by the ducks. So that's the ducks. That's the ducks that we were looking at. Yep. And that's that one. I think it is just two, I mean. And then that's that one popped up. I think it is just two. And there's one over there, but I think it is just two, because there's never more than two on the set, then he's down again. There's another one just down here. There's literally, and that is never, no, there is three. There's one down here. There's four. Oh my God, there's four. Gotta focus. So there's one there. So there's one down here. which I can't. He's down here, so if he comes into focus, if he goes out that way more, there's literally one down there. He's gone. Where'd he go? I couldn't find him. Where'd he go? Oh, he's over there. Oh, yeah, I won't get him in now. He's gone over there. Anyway, there's one over there. We'll see if he comes out this way, but I don't think we'll get all four in together. Like I said, there's one round there. Yeah, bloody David Attenborough never had this trouble. Right, there's one there. Focus on it, you bastard. Come on. He's gone again. I say they must be really hungry, because they're eating a lot. And now I can't see. Oh, there's one there. Oop. Okay, we swung right on it. So that's one there. I think that's a duck. Oh no, that's the other. Oop, he's gone down. So we did see him and then he disappeared. Okay, and that's the third one there. Over there. So that's three, and then there's the one that's round here. So there's definitely four. Use this camera. It's literally, I don't know where my finger is. He's just over there. So that's four. We'll hit the stop record button on that. I don't think anything else is going to happen. I think what we do is we'll make another cuppa. And then slowly start to pack up, I think. It's cooling off a bit now. I know the professionals, they'd stay out for hours and hours and hours and hours. I'm quite happy staying out for an hour or two, just get a little something. I need to frequent myself with the bloody camera again a bit more. It's the trouble, you don't use it for a while. What I want to try and do is, I've got it set at 30 frames a second. So what I ought to do is, and there's not really very much going on, but I'll try to remember. I will come back out here again. I'll try to remember to change it to like 60 frames per second and 120 frames per second. And in fact, that would help with the light as well, if it's a bit too bright, because that would help get the shutter speed up. That's an interesting note to self. I think we've done, flaming heck. I think we've done quite well. I'm going to have another tea. Slowly start to, that's that fourth. I reckon that's that fourth one. Where is he? There he is. He's swimming off to meet his friends, I think. Okay, alright, well that'll do. Yeah, he's heading off that way. We've stopped the recording. Alright, so a few things that I need to remember is on... Alright, well, we're probably potentially, maybe we're underexposing, because earlier on when I was doing that Swan and I changed it to like a manual compensation thing. God almighty. of -3. I didn't change it back again, so everything's being a bit minus 0.3, so that's good. The other thing that we need to remember to do is to go back into the settings on video and camera and change it from bird back to everything. So we've done that. That didn't take long. It was just a couple of boop, and that's done. That was nice and that was nice and simple. It's definitely getting a bit chilly. Oh. As I say, if we start doing this in the autumn, then I'll have to start wrapping up a little bit more. Bloody hell. And of course soon, well, in a couple of months, it's coming up to 6 o'clock. It'd be pitch black now. There's a thought. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this funny little, ow. Yes, I hope you've enjoyed this funny little, you know, whatever. Yeah, you were right up there. While I'm talking to you, I'm slowly collapsing the tripod, doing 2 or 3 things at once. Oh. So yeah, I'm gonna have hello, there you are. I'm gonna have a cup of tea, another one, and then we've got the slow walk back. I'll take a picture of this as well. But yeah, that's the setup there. Yeah, thanks very sorry. Oh God. Tripping over my own feet. We'll see you in the next one. Like, subscribe, share, notifications, comment below, topics, ideas, help!